Today I'm going to be doing a cylinder leak down test on my 2005 Honda Pilot. I was able to find a leak down tester at Napa Auto Parts locally for $130, and I will be using that for each of my cylinders to determine what damage has been done following the timing belt breaking. I've made myself a quick sort of cheat sheet to use while I'm doing the test to determine where the air is leaking from and what it could mean. So I'll be checking for air leaks in 4 spots, air intake, exhaust, the oil cap or dipstick, and I'll be looking for air bubbles in the coolant to determine if I have an intake valve leak, an exhaust valve leak, piston ring damage, or head gasket or cylinder head damage. For the 2005 Honda Pilot, also likely the Odyssey and Ridgeline in the 6-cylinder versions. The firing order for the pistons is 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, and 6, and I'll be starting at piston number 1, top dead center on the compression stroke. So likely very difficult to see, but on the camshaft pulley, you can, if you look down deep, you'll see that this one's stamped 1, then 4, and then 2. Essentially every 60 degrees of turn, it will display which piston should be at top dead center in the compression stroke, which is fairly convenient. So the first thing we're going to do is screw the adapter hose into the spark plug well of cylinder 1. We're then going to turn the cylinder leak tester until the percentage loss reads 0. Now we're ready to hook the cylinder test hose to the gauge. So this is showing a high loss of pressure. Cylinder 4. Cylinder 2. Cylinder 5. Cylinder 3. And cylinder 6. So unquestionably, cylinder 6 is leaking from the intake valves, and I'll try and get the sound of this here. So there's the results. Cylinders 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all had moderate to substantial air leakage, but all of it was leaking from the oil filler cap, which would indicate to me that I have worn piston rings, bearing in mind that this has 200,000 plus miles on it, so more than 320,000 kilometers. I'm not surprised that I have pretty significant leakage from around the piston rings. It's cylinder 6 that I'm most concerned about. That had a 100% leakage, and it all sounded like it was coming from the air intake, indicating to me that when the timing belt broke, most probably the piston impacted the valves, causing valve damage. So the next task will be getting into the engine and replacing the at least intake valves, but probably all the valves for cylinder 6, and inspecting further cylinders 4 and 5 while I have the cylinder head off. Thanks for watching. Most likely more videos to come with this Honda Pilot.